Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm showing you a really slick new tool in HubSpot. So it's called Marketing Studio. On the left hand side under Marketing, go to Marketing Studio. Now imagine this: what if, when building your campaigns or building out your customer journey, you could actually see how this thing was going to lay out? Well, that's exactly what you could do with something like Marketing Studio, whether it's a paid campaign, an organic campaign. I just want you to show you how easy this can be to build something like this. Put my glasses on real quick so I can see it. Let's try this one more time. I hit the wrong button there. So here I can select the brand kit. So we've got the Flood Insurance Guru selected. Files. I could upload files here. I could go to help me with this prompt. So here I could add data sources. And this is where I can add different data sources, like company profile, ideal customer profile. Let's just use this one, for example. If I wanted to use something like with this right here in HubSpot, I could. Now let's go back to the ideal customer profile. Let's go back over here to Marketing Studio so that I can show you. And you can compare some of this very similar to Content Remix. So let's skip this step. So right here, we can set up the goal here. Let's see. The goal is to drive leads. Now, look, these are just I'm just doing this real easy here on the campaign details. Now, what you probably could do is you could go over to our audience builder that we built through GPT for Niche Your Business. And you could put that in here and put everything here. We could put images, all this different stuff. We could put the campaign documents, the brand. We've got the brand right here. So knowing this, let's see what we don't have in here. I don't have any images. Let's go ahead and hit save. I did fill in the goal. What are you talking about? For some reason, it's not, don't want to generate, does it? All right, so right here, we could go to the properties. We know the campaign start date, end date, the campaign budget. So if you're running something like a YouTube ad, a Facebook ad, this is where these settings could be beneficial for you. Now let's go back over here to the brief, which we don't have that written yet. Now, let's hit save. We're going to save this brief only because we don't want to mess with anything else. So, see, the brief is ready. The campaign status. We could put in our UTM tracking codes. Let's get one right here for us. We could create tracking URLs and understand exactly everything that's going on here. Let's go back to the start date of today, October 15th, and let's take this until December 15th. That's 60 days. In progress because we don't have everything going yet. And we could go through and look, all these different things here. So we've got, these are the canvas settings, users and teams, all these different things where everybody can see these things for our team. So those are our settings. So now we've got the length, we've got it's in progress. Let's go to draft assets now. So we have no assets in this group. So this is where we could potentially use something like a blog or something like that. So let's go over here to settings. So this is where we could add stuff. Let's see. We could add a mark email and add campaign. We could add a video. Let's just add a blog post. And right here, we could add content. We go to select content. This is one we're actually working on for Missouri. So you see here, we got the blog that's going out. And then we could go to form submission. See, then we have the form here. We're just going to call it flood quote form here, just so you can see it. So as you can see, we're starting to see now how this is kind of all working out. They go to the blog, they fill this form. So you're starting to see what this customer journey can look like, and you're starting to visualize it. Now I wonder if we could just move this up here. Yeah, see, we absolutely could. You see, now we can connect all these different things. We could put something down here. So we start to build out this campaign here. Now we can start to see what's happening along the customer journey. They're viewing this blog. They're submitting this form. And we can see everybody who's going in there. Imagine just doing this for one piece of content when you do a blog. And you have that CTA in that blog. Someone clicks on that CTA. They either take action, they don't. Being able to actually track each one of these campaigns for your return on investment, your return on ad spend, all these different things. So this is one of the amazing things that something like Marketing Studio can do. And as I said, this is a little bit different than something like Content Remix that we've talked about before, where we may take a blog post and generate all this social media. Now, let's see if we can add a social media post in here. We can add a CTA. CTA is huge. We could add a case study. See, socials, we could even add a Facebook post or Instagram post. So we're going to connect this here. try to connect these. The purpose of connecting these, though, is to see what happens with these. But for some weird reason, it does not want to connect for us tonight, does it? Oh, probably because of this. See, we can select content that we've already put on here. So when this happens, now let's see if this works. There we go, see? Now we could do the same thing over here with the Instagram post. And look, we could have completely different goals here if we wanted to. But for some reason, I don't want to connect tonight. Huh? That's weird. Anyway, but the purpose is really for you to be able to see this. So blog post is visited, form is filled out, or blog post is visited. Or actually, what we potentially would do is swap these like this right here. And then we could have a Facebook or an Instagram here post that they start at. Because remember, in this world now, we're talking about search everywhere. It means they may not start at your website. So let's start thinking about that on social media. Maybe they start at social media. So them starting at social media is they land over here. These things just don't want to connect for me tonight. But the purpose is for you to be able to, and so remember, this is still a new tool. But the purpose is to see, all right, some starts with social media. Then they go to the blog post. Maybe they fill out a form. And then when they fill the form, it takes them to another landing page. So you see how we're building out this whole customer journey here. And so that's the purpose of being able to show you this with Marketing Studio. Being able to take this live fairly quickly. Remember, we could go back and actually have the AI help the prompt, but we didn't. I wanted to show you how to do this on our own. So this is Marketing Studio. Now let's go back and look at some other things in Marketing Studio, like manage. So you see all these different campaigns I've been playing with. We could analyze campaigns. This is the powerful tool right here. And you can see all these different things here of like our top performing pages, top performing forums, top performing emails. So as I said, you start to see a lot of information here from Marketing Studio now with HubSpot and all the different campaigns. And look, we can move it off of this. We can move it just to generate leads, whatever, and go ahead and create this campaign. So this is Marketing Studio. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Look, if you're looking at going on the HubSpot, I'm here to help you. In the comment description below, you can reach out to me at Niche Your Business, buildinganiche.com, where we help companies implement HubSpot with their marketing efforts every day, as I've been using HubSpot on my own now for a decade. Testing. So I'm Chris with Niche Your Business. I want to say thank you for watching this week's video on Marketing Studio inside HubSpot and some of the powers of it.